Hi guys, so today we're going to be doing our first C8. We got a Sitar, owner of 2 High PSI, here with his C8, beautiful car. We're going to be loading it on the dyno. This car is already on E85. He installed his 2 High PSI port plates with the reflex box, so we will be running the added fuel that it needs to run E85 with the port injection. Something completely different. That's pretty much the only option there is right now to run E85, so that's the way we're gonna go about it. You're good. Straighten out. Straight back. You're good right there. Mike, you want to tell us a little bit more about the fueling? Okay, secrets. Secrets everywhere.
No, I mean...
So hold on. Let's introduce you. This is Mike Sitar, owner of 2 High PSI. So talk to us.
So it's basically using our LP port plates, the low profile ones. They just happen to fit pretty much perfectly. You can see it went around all the fittings and everything exist in the valve covers. So stock valve covers work fine.
Clears everything.
We have it with a stock intake for right now. The car will eventually be going boosted, so at that point then of course that'll be swapped out. We will have a kit for it that's straightforward to be able to install it onto your C8. We're currently using this point merely for E. It made it easy to put E on it, and then we'll have the fuel we need when it's time to go to boost.
All right, so you guys heard it's got the what are you guys calling these kits? The reflex kit, the motive kit,
the motive controller on it,
which is controlling the fueling for the E85. So it's on at all times.
Correct.
So,
That's right.
and then it's stock fuel system top to bottom.
Correct.
What'd you do? You just split the fuel from the fuel rail?
Yep, that's right. Actually, it feeds from this side over here. The input comes on the driver's side over here. Okay. That's the normal location. So we basically just tie it right there. It comes down this rail, across the back, up this rail. There's a flex fuel sensor in the front right side of the engine right there that you can't see, and then it feeds the high pressure pump from there.
And the flex fuel sensor is connected to the reflex right now.
Correct. That's right.
Perfect. And as soon as we can get access to connecting to the stock ECU, we're gonna try. All right. Well, you heard the man. Let's try to see what we can do on corn with some more timing and see if it picks up some power. Unfortunately, car's already on E85, so we will not be able to give you guys the 91 baseline, but I'll tell you guys right now, like every other car, they pick up 25 to 30 horsepower. So let's see what this thing makes. All right, guys, so we just got a C8 off the dyno. We had another one and we weren't able to give you guys exact gains on E85 because obviously the car came on E85 and was only running E85. So we brought in another car, bone stock, obviously 2 different cars, 2 different days, but you can get an idea of what these cars baseline. I'm not saying they're exactly the same. I know a lot of people are gonna be saying different car, different dyno. I say it all the time, but it's just an idea to get you guys to see what the baseline. I'll post a picture. It dynoed 394, 381 torque. This is a bone stock C8 that just came in, dynoed, and then pulled it off the dyno. We did 2 back-to-back passes. They dynoed exactly the same, both of them. So that gives you guys an idea of what the gains were on E85, which is pretty accurate, about 30 horsepower. It actually picked up a little bit more. Could have been the day. Both days it was 110 degrees inside the shop. As you guys can see, I'm sweating. It's super hot, so we can't say it's great weather. But that's pretty much what these things dyno. We've seen a lot of cars on the internet posting that they're making 450 bone stock. That's why we can't always claim big numbers, because every dyno reads different and depending on the day and whatnot. So 394 on a bone stock C8. The other car was on port injection, and as mentioned, it was on motive or reflex from too high PSI. And the reason it was on that was not because it needed it, but because with the guys at Mike Sitar is testing port to get these things to work with port injection. So he had the port running just to make sure that everything was working, and he was using the port for the extra fuel for the E85. But you can run E85 on these cars without the port. It would just have to be straight E85 at the moment, because they still don't have an option for E85, which I'm sure will be coming out soon. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and make sure you guys like, follow, subscribe, and comment. As you guys can see, every pull we've done, it's been super hot. But that's a comparison between the stock one, and the top one is the E85 one, also stock, just on corn.